What if one of the most miraculous journeys in history could also speak to the mysteries of the cosmos? Tonight, we explore the story of Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj through the lens of science. In the vast tapestry of Islamic history, few events carry the spiritual weight and mystery of Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj, the night journey and ascension of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. This miraculous event is not just a chapter in Sirah. It is a moment that stands at the crossroads of the physical and metaphysical, the earthly and the divine. Occurring around the year 621 CE, during a time of immense personal grief for the Prophet, peace be upon him. After the passing of his beloved wife Khadija, radiallahu anha, and his uncle Abu Talib, this journey served as a divine gift, a moment of immense spiritual elevation and comfort. It reassured the Prophet of his mission and connected him to the vast unseen world of the heavens. The journey began with Al-Isra, where the Prophet, peace be upon him, was taken by the celestial creature Buraq from Masjid al-Haram in Makkah to Masjid al-Aqsa in Jerusalem. This in itself is a profound symbol, linking the holiest cities in Islam and establishing a spiritual bond between the Abrahamic faiths. But the journey didn't end there. From Jerusalem, the Prophet, peace be upon him, ascended through the seven heavens in what is known as Al-Miraj, meeting earlier prophets, witnessing the unseen, and ultimately standing in the presence of Allah. It was during this journey that the 5 daily prayers, Salah, were ordained, not through revelation on earth, but through a direct encounter between the Creator and His beloved Messenger. The Quran briefly alludes to this event in Surah Al-Isra, verse 1. Exalted is he who took his servant by night from Al-Masjid al-Haram to Al-Masjid al-Aqsa, whose surroundings we have blessed, to show him of our signs. Indeed, he is the hearing, the seeing. Quran 17:1. While the details of the journey are preserved through authentic hadith literature, the miraculous nature of the event has sparked deep reflection for centuries. Was this journey purely spiritual? Was it physical? Or was it a reality that transcended our conventional understanding of both? Today, as we live in an age defined by science, technology, and cosmic discovery, it becomes essential to revisit the story of the Mirage with a lens that honors both faith and inquiry. Not to limit the miracle within human logic, but to appreciate its depth through the knowledge we have today. Understanding the Mirage as a spiritual journey with physical elements, we open the door to a richer perspective, where faith is not in conflict with science, but enhanced by it. This journey is more than history. It's an open invitation to explore the realms of belief, reason, and the unseen. The journey of Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj is not merely a physical passage through space, but a profound spiritual journey that transcends the ordinary boundaries of human experience. To understand the depth of this journey, we must first break it into its 2 core components: the night journey, Isra, and the ascension, Mirage. The first part of the journey, Isra, began when the Prophet, peace be upon him, was taken from the sacred Masjid al-Haram in Makkah to Masjid al-Aqsa in Jerusalem, a city central to both Islamic and Judeo-Christian traditions. This part of the journey occurred in a single night, covering a vast distance, one that would have taken weeks to travel by conventional means. The Quran references this miraculous journey in Surah Al-Isra 17:1, stating, "Glory be to the one who took his servant by night from the sacred mosque to the farthest mosque." But what makes this event truly remarkable is not just the distance covered, but the spiritual significance of Jerusalem as a symbol of divine connection. Following the Isra, the Prophet, peace be upon him, was then guided through Mirage, an ascension through the 7 heavens. This part of the journey is shrouded in awe and wonder, as the Prophet, peace be upon him, encountered the great prophets of Allah, including Adam, Isa, Jesus, and Musa, Moses, and was granted a vision of the divine realms. The Prophet's, peace be upon him, journey culminated in standing in the presence of Allah, a moment that remains incomprehensible to human minds, yet powerful in its implication for the believer. In Sahih Bukhari, the Prophet, peace be upon him, narrated that he saw unimaginable sights, paradise, hell, and the angels, during his ascension. While these descriptions may seem beyond our grasp, the scientific perspectives on the nature of time and space might offer fascinating insights. Einstein's theory of relativity tells us that space-time is not absolute, but flexible, bending and warping depending on speed and gravity. This could offer a possible explanation for the Prophet's incredible speed. What we perceive as an instant may indeed encompass vast distances, depending on the dimension in which the journey took place. Furthermore, when the Prophet, peace be upon him, described encounters with heavenly realms, such as witnessing angels and divine sights, it's possible that these experiences speak to realities that transcend human senses. Modern physics suggests that there may be multiple dimensions beyond our conventional understanding of space. Could the Prophet, peace be upon him, have traveled through these dimensions, experiencing a reality that exists beyond our perception? This concept of space-time dilation could also explain how such a seemingly impossible journey, spanning the heavens in mere moments, could fit within a framework that blends both divine wisdom and emerging scientific understanding. The Mirage, in essence, is an event that invites reflection, where spiritual and scientific exploration can intersect, offering new depths to our understanding of what is possible in the unseen realms. The Mirage is not merely a physical journey across the heavens, it is also a profound spiritual awakening for the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. In fact, many scholars interpret the entire event as a transformative shift in consciousness. A moment when the Prophet's awareness was elevated to realms beyond ordinary perception. This aspect of the journey is perhaps the most mysterious and awe-inspiring, for it invites us to contemplate the very nature of consciousness itself and how our minds interact with the spiritual and material worlds. The Quran and Hadiths describe the Mirage as an experience that transcended the limits of the physical world, taking the Prophet, peace be upon him, into a space where he encountered unimaginable sights, profound wisdom, and direct communion with Allah. In Sahih Bukhari, the Prophet described how, during his ascension, he was introduced to divine truths, seen with clarity and understanding that could never be fully captured by earthly language. This experience went beyond mere vision. It was an awakening of the soul, an opening of the heart and mind to the divine wisdom and secrets of existence. From a modern perspective, the Mirage can be understood as a kind of mystical journey, similar to the transformative experiences reported by those who undergo intense spiritual practices or altered states of consciousness. In contemporary neuroscientific terms, this might be compared to the altered states of consciousness reported by individuals undergoing deep meditation, near-death experiences, or other mystical practices. These experiences, although deeply personal and difficult to fully comprehend, often describe encounters with light, otherworldly realms, or a profound sense of unity with the universe. Could the Prophet's ascension represent a higher state of consciousness, where the boundaries between the self and the divine dissolve? Moreover, the scientific study of meditation and brain activity reveals that prolonged spiritual practices can alter the way the brain functions, producing states of deep peace, heightened awareness, and a feeling of connectedness to something greater. These findings offer an intriguing parallel to the Prophet, peace be upon him, own experiences during the Mirage, where his consciousness was expanded beyond ordinary limits and brought into direct contact with the eternal truths of the divine. Interestingly, many individuals who experience profound states of consciousness report feelings of timelessness, oneness, and being in the presence of a higher power, sensations that align with the Prophet's, peace be upon him, experience in the heavens. This connection between spirituality and altered states of consciousness is becoming a growing field of study, one that invites further reflection on the nature of the soul and the potential for human beings to experience dimensions beyond the material world. The Mirage stands as a powerful reminder that our understanding of consciousness is still unfolding. While science offers valuable insights into the workings of the brain, there remain realms of experience that transcend the limitations of our material understanding. The Mirage is a call to explore these deeper dimensions, both spiritually and scientifically, with open hearts and minds. The story of the Mirage invites us to consider the interplay between faith and science, two realms that, on the surface, may seem distinct but, upon deeper reflection, are intertwined in the pursuit of truth. The mirage is, by its very nature, a spiritual experience that transcends the limitations of the material world. It challenges our understanding of what is physically possible. As the prophet, peace be upon him, ascended through the heavens and witnessed divine sights beyond human comprehension. This extraordinary event, rooted in divine revelation, cannot be fully explained by science alone. It exists in a realm that transcends the natural world and belongs to the unseen, something that faith, not just intellect, grasps. However, while science may not be able to capture the full essence of the mirage, it does provide valuable tools to explore the mysteries of the universe, a universe created by the same divine will that orchestrated the mirage. Modern physics, for example, invites us to reconsider concepts like space-time, relativity, and dimensions. The prophet, peace be upon him, journey through realms beyond the earthly realm could be seen, in a scientific context, as an event that defies our conventional understanding of time and space. The theory of relativity, which tells us that time and space are not fixed but can be influenced by gravity and speed, offers intriguing possibilities for understanding how such a journey might occur. Perhaps the mirage took place in a realm where space and time bend in ways that allow for experiences that defy our normal perception. Despite these scientific insights, it is essential to remember that science is, by its nature, limited to the observable and measurable. Science can explain the how of phenomena, how things work, how they occur, and what they are made of, but it cannot fully explain the why. It cannot reveal the ultimate purpose behind the mirage, nor can it capture the depth of the spiritual experience the prophet, peace be upon him, underwent. The profound spiritual meanings, the connection to the divine, and the sacred encounter with Allah are realities that lie beyond the reach of scientific instruments. They are truths that can only be felt and understood through faith. The limitations of science in explaining such events should not be seen as a weakness, but rather as a reminder of the mysteries that lie beyond human comprehension. Faith, in its deepest sense, recognizes that there is much in the universe that is beyond our understanding. It humbles us to the reality that while science can enhance our knowledge, it cannot fully capture the sacred truths embedded in the mirage. This is why faith and science, rather than being at odds, can work in harmony to enrich our understanding of the world around us, while also reminding us of the vastness of the divine mysteries that lie beyond. In the end, the mirage is a call for humility, inviting us to embrace both reason and spirituality as we explore the nature of the universe. It shows us that while science can illuminate the path, it is faith that allows us to understand the deeper meanings of our existence and the unseen realms. As we reflect on the profound event of the mirage, we are reminded that this story is not just a tale from the past, but a timeless invitation to deepen our understanding of both our spiritual and intellectual journeys. The mirage is a moment that transcends time, urging us to explore the realms of the unseen while grounding ourselves in the quest for knowledge and wisdom. It calls upon us to reconcile faith and reason, to embrace both the spiritual and the scientific as complementary paths that lead us to a more profound understanding of the world around us and the Creator who fashioned it. This is a moment to delve deeper, not only into the historical and spiritual aspects of the mirage, but into how this event challenges us to think about the boundaries of human experience. The mirage is an invitation to examine the mysteries of the universe and expand the horizons of our understanding, whether it be through contemplating the cosmos, exploring scientific advancements, or seeking spiritual enlightenment. As we strive for knowledge, we must recognize that true wisdom does not come from one realm alone, but from the harmonious fusion of both faith and reason. We are also reminded of the importance of spiritual reflection. The prophet, peace be upon him, journey was not only a test of faith, but also an opportunity for personal growth. The gift of Salah, the 5 daily prayers, was granted during the Mirage as a way for the believers to establish a direct connection with Allah. This profound gift is not just a ritual, but a reminder of the importance of staying connected to the divine in our daily lives. By engaging in Salah, we are reminded of the constant presence of Allah and our role in seeking His guidance. For those of us living in the modern world, the Mirage offers a powerful lesson in how to navigate the complexities of life. The journey of the Prophet teaches us that, no matter the challenges or uncertainties we face, there is always an opportunity to transcend the mundane and seek a deeper connection with the divine. Whether through prayer, reflection, or intellectual pursuit, we can follow the Prophet's example by striving to elevate ourselves in both the spiritual and material aspects of our lives. As we reflect on the Mirage, let us also think about the importance of interfaith dialogue and the promotion of understanding across different perspectives. By engaging with others, whether in spiritual, intellectual, or scientific discourse, we broaden our understanding of the world and deepen our connection to the greater truth. The Mirage teaches us that the quest for knowledge is not limited by boundaries or differences, but is a shared human journey. This event invites us to embrace curiosity, not just about the universe, but about the deeper truths that lie beyond what we can see and touch. Whether we are scientists, scholars, or everyday individuals, we must remain open-minded, humble, and willing to learn. The Mirage shows us that our journey of exploration, both spiritual and intellectual, is endless, and the wisdom we seek is always within reach, awaiting our pursuit. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, knowledge is a light that guides,